Boom! What it be, what it do, players? Welcome to another Cousin Roy's Corner, talking Manchester, baby. This week there's a lot to talk about, man. Mainly about Oli and our upcoming game against Spurs. But hey, man, slowly come, trickle in. Let us get this conversation going today. We got a big ass game in about a little more than 24 hours time, and today, because there's been so much traction, you guys have been so awesome in sharing sharing the links and contributing and participating in the comments. That we have some special guests here. But before I continue, let me just introduce my boy Junsen. Junsen, what's up, man? Say what's up, man.
What's up? What's up?
And as I was saying earlier, we have a special guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, please welcome Matthew. Matthew, what's up, brother? What's going on?
Yo, what's up? What's up, everyone?
Okay, so fans of Talking Manchester, fans of Cousin Roy, let me just say this. Ronald Koeman is out of Barcelona. All right. But the fact is, I couldn't care less. Because seeing Barcelona having a hard time now brings me a lot of pleasure. So let me just put that out there. Let me just get that out of the way. However, in larger context of how our managerial position, well, not really position, our managerial quagmire is going on this week, we are here to discuss if Ronald Koeman being sacked from Barcelona is actually going to affect us. Okay. Oh, hang on, Shashi. Shashi, are you there? One second, guys. We got somebody else saying can join in. Okay, not yet. All right, yeah. So now, is Ronald Koeman sacking a? Okay, Shashi, nice man. What's up, man? Welcome, brother. Welcome. Ladies and
Can you hear
gentlemen,
me?
please say what's up, Shashi.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Coming from like God coming in.
Can you hear us,
Mhm.
Shows
Shashi?
one bar at the
What's that? What do you say? Okay, never mind. Shashi, I think you're still having issues with your connection. So, all right, look, back to the question at hand. Guys, talk to me. Now, Ronald Koeman losing his job in Barcelona, is that going to affect our us in any way? Because in
Um.
essence, right,
Mhm.
I don't think the club is actually going to sack Oli anytime soon. I think if this even if this upcoming match against Spurs ends up in a draw, I don't think he's going to lose his job. Okay, unless something really bad happens, just say we lose 3-0 or there's a fight and players get red carded, that means he's lost the dressing room. But we'll talk about that. But initially, Ronald Koeman losing his job going to affect us or not? Talk to me, guys.
Yeah, the thing is, Ronald Koeman losing his job actually opened up a different perspective to all because now we have another a big player looking for a so-called qualified coach or manager, and we know that there's been ongoing rumors and then alleged reports, they're saying that Oli is going to serve his last game, or this Spurs game would be his last game. No, but there are a lot of rumors, and these kind of rumors has been ongoing every time when United plays badly. These rumors will actually come. So, but now with Barca sacking Ronald Koeman, that actually kind of create that what I call that anxiety and that tension. That same thing like how when Chelsea, when they sacked Lampard and suddenly Thomas Tuchel is available and everyone is saying that hey, we are losing out again. Like how City got Guardiola, how Liverpool got Klopp, and then how Chelsea got Tuchel, and we are stuck with Oli. But again, like what you mentioned earlier just now, there are what I'm hearing. There's a lot of reports on two opposing side of the story. One is that that they're going to give Oli until the end of the season, or some of them will say that they're going to give Oli until this game. After this Spurs game, if things turn to shit, then they will take action. So there's a lot of rumors and ongoing out there.
Matthew, hang
Yeah.
on. Sorry, cut you there. Matthew, what do you think, Matthew, about this whole sacking for Koeman from Barcelona?
Mhm.
I haven't fully read about the story yet, but I just saw it this morning. Basically, since Messi run Barca this season, there's been a lot of things going on with Barcelona. All right, and then I think it affects the team indirectly. That affects Ronald's position also. That makes him get sacked in the moment. Suddenly, the Barca boy is not longer there already. then the whole team is like in a new shape, in a new transition period. A lot of new players comes in. It does.
I mean, let me just throw this out you. They've played 10 games. They've won 4, draw 3, and lost 3. And they've let in 15 goals in the along the way, and they're in 9th place in the Premier
Yeah,
Liga. So I think writing was already on the wall for the guy to
yeah.
leave, but the
Yeah.
manner in which the Barcelona fans treated him, I thought was absolutely ridiculous, man.
Mhm.
They swarmed his car, didn't let him leave the premises, and then they damaged his car and they were shouting at him. And the club didn't do jack shit about it. I thought that was pathetic.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
honestly thought
yeah,
Barcelona fans were better than that, man. But to see
yeah.
that, I thought was rubbish.
But again, I mean, looking at the Spanish, the big two actually, they are very demanding. Okay, they are known to be very demanding, and they always request for. I mean, they demand for results, and they don't care who is on the seat. Whether is. I mean, you can even bring Xavi back, and if the result doesn't goes right, they will throw him under the bus as well. Or in this case, they throw his car, along with him. So but if you look at how the MU game, even after the loss against Liverpool, um, there are sections of fans who are actually still singing Oli's name. So for them, it's always no matter who's on the helm, they will try their best to give the full support and hoping that the
So
team will
now,
bounce back.
so now these guys are talking about Xavi coming in. Xavi is in some club in Qatar, so I think he's
Al
still
Al Al Sadd.
fine
Mhm.
outside. So in where is that, Saudi?
So
Saudi
yeah,
or anyway, one
Qatar,
of the Arab
Qatar.
country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Qatar is
insignificant.
like Qatar.
But Qatar, there you go. I got it right the first time. So this let me this Oli went to Mold and then he went to Cardiff. Cardiff was nonsense. Okay, our homeboy over here went there. I don't know what shit he thought he was getting himself into, and it was a real mess. They didn't do shit. The previous manager, McCarthy, whatever, was trying to get a cut from every player that had made a transfer there.
Mhm.
Molde was I don't know, it's a club that is nowhere. That if you win the titles or whatever, only the locals care about. So if Xavi comes to Barcelona with this crop of players, with the number one team in the Primera Liga, in the Spanish league now being Real Sociedad, I really wonder whether he can change anything or not. However, before we continue that, I just want to read some of the reviews that people have said about Xavi before, in anticipation that he may eventually be a Barcelona manager. Check out Pep Guardiola's one. Xavi was already a manager when he played. His eyes sparkle watching football. Sooner or later, he will manage Barcelona FC. He knows football. He watches it. He has passion. Hang on. He has passion, dedication, brave and bold, and he says things clearly too. It would excite me to see him manage Barcelona. Then Vicente del Bosque, the Spanish manager. The time will come when he will be the ideal man for Barcelona. I have no doubt that he will be, and hopefully he will do very well. Santi Cazorla, the striker, midfielder, whatever.
Mhm.
He's perfectly qualified to be a coach. You could say he could coach Barcelona tomorrow. Now, Xavi, it would be a dream to manage Barca. Everyone knew it was meant to be. My dream was be coming true. Okay, yeah. So those are some of the things that I managed to find about people saying Xavi would be a good manager at Barcelona. But I don't.
Well,
You're telling me he's going to come and win the
That's what
league.
everyone was saying about Oli last time. Also, Ferguson was saying that Oli is the student of the game. Even when he was a player, when he was sitting on the bench, he was taking notes. And now again, you see now everyone is turning against him, and everyone say, "Oh, Oli could be the right one." I mean,
Xavi will have the same problem, right?
yeah, but
Matthew, what do you think? Xavi coming and coach Barcelona.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Sashi, what's up? We hear you, brother.
Yeah, I can hear you
Welcome.
finally.
Welcome. So yeah, we're just talking about Koeman and all that. Yeah, go ahead, Matthew.
Not the timing right. Not the timing for him to come back at this moment. Coming from a Qatarian club, okay, suddenly thrown into Barcelona as such a big expectation, huge, and then the demanding of Spanish. If he fails to deliver, it's the same thing that happening with Ronan to him also. Definitely, I don't think it's the right time for him. He needs to go to another mid-range clubs in the Europes, right? Maybe in Italy, maybe in the Holland or
smaller
whatsoever.
team lah, smaller team.
Yeah, smaller team, prove himself first that he can manage, because Qatar is different. The league is totally different compared to coming back to Spanish La Liga. The he just knows the demands, the expectations is definitely skyrocket for him.
Shashi?
I think that what I think is that because Xavi is someone who came up from the ranks as from La Masia and all those.
Bro, can you
So
get closer to the mic or headset or something?
can you
Can,
can you can you hear me now?
can you increase it a little bit? Is the sound okay, Junsen?
It's still
Can
a
be
little
louder,
bit
right?
soft. Yeah.
Can you hear
Can put
me?
it louder, bro.
I am trying to make it louder. Hold on a second. Oh my, how do I make this? I'm using a headphone actually.
Yeah. It doesn't have one of those wheels to increase the sound.
No, it doesn't.
Or,
Hang on.
how do you else do it? From the system?
Yeah, the system, the media side.
Mm.
Really, is it very low?
I mean, it's
Not
okay, like, it's
very low.
bearable. We can
Okay,
hear.
Bearable.
We just
okay.
want to hear your voice more clearly. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Am I live now? I'm pretty much shouting.
Yeah, you're live. You're live. Never mind, you can carry on. Okay,
Okay.
continue with your thought, your
Yeah.
opinion
So
just now.
yeah, what I was saying is that like Ole, but then what do you call it? Xavi is from the ranks from La Masia and all those, so he would know the club inside out to a certain extent. But I also have to agree with the I'm sorry, bro, I forgot your name. You're saying that he
Matthew.
should go to Matthew. You went. He should go to another club in Europe, a lower tier club, or even Italy or something like that. Maybe, but then like remember, like Pep actually was only coaching Barcelona B, and then he was called upon when during, I think that was also almost crisis lah, at the time when Frank Rijkaard was leaving. But now it's an even worse crisis now that they have, and they do not have Messi. So what Pep had was, Pep had Messi, Pep had Xavi, Pep had a bunch of teams, and a bunch of people, and then youngsters coming up from the ranks as well.
Pep had Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah, Xavi, Iniesta. There was also Messi.
Puyol. Yeah.
Puyol. Messi was already there. It was quite an established team which needed a bit more fine tuning. Whereas compared to the team now, this team needs major tuning, not fine tuning. This team needs a major overhaul. So yeah, that will be the stumbling block for Xavi, I feel.
With their situation being in ninth place and all that, and really way behind, they do you think that if he comes there and like finishes out of the Champions League spots, he'll be given a chance to continue? Savila, that is.
Yeah, probably. I don't think at the moment Barcelona have any other choice. I mean, I don't think in the world football anyone has any choice. Everyone's looking at Ten Hag, but he's not going to leave the Ajax post and come right now in the middle of the season. And so does Conte is available, but I don't think that they want to go to Conte because he's a fantastic tactician and he's very effective lah. But I think they might not feel that he will fit into the Barcelona style of play. So they might want to go back to a person that is familiar, which is Xavi. That's the only thing. But I think if he finishes in the Champions League positions, I'm sure he'll keep the job.
Okay. Now I just saw this. Can you guys see that? Is that clear?
Yep.
Eric Ten Hag proves he's the best option to replace Oli. I got to bring this in real quick. It's not that clear. Huh?
Yeah.
It's not that clear. Let me bring it bigger. Is it clear now? Better, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there have been plenty of managerial links. Oli is under pressure. The men understand they were considering sacking, but haven't due to succession plan. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. What's the solution if you are sacked? Blah blah blah. My preference. Wait, is this a personal opinion?
It's a personal opinion. It's not.
Oh, then ask him go shove it lah. I don't care. I want my opinion, way. This cousin Roy's talking Manchester way. I want my opinion. I want your opinion. I want Malaysians' opinion on this way. I don't want some white boy in this. Get the white boy out. Okay, now back to the point at hand. So they are linking this Eric Homeboy to this role, but Eric Homeboy doesn't seem to want to leave Ajax. Eric wants to stay. Eric is also worried if it comes to no, okay, then one hang on, we talk about only one later. So I gotta agree. I think everybody here agrees. I want to round up with Barca. I think I want to shit on them. I am very, very happy they are having a hard time. I'm going to say it again. Second time I'm saying it. I'm happy. I'm love the fact that they are suffering. I
Is it
love the
because
fact
of
they
the
have no money to buy players.
Champions League defeats?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, those I can show the scars, but then they say, but this I'm trying to make it a general show, don't want PG and all that. The scars from those two finals losses still there, man, until now. It's like I should be a superhero now with those scars, but didn't get the right jabs. Anyway, if they mix the thing, okay. So anyway, let's move moving along. Our managerial bullshit right now. So much talk, so much this, so much that. But the bottom line is, like this guy wrote this now, there is no succession plan. Also, at the same time, I've also seen, read the hot sheets and whatever. I'm bringing it here. The managers like Oli. It's easy to get along, easy to go along, and yeah, I guess he's a good guy, lah. I know, so it's nice to work with.
He's
So it's
basically a
difficult
yes
to get
man. Lah.
yes, man, I suppose, yeah. So difficult to get rid of him. So now, second point, if Conte comes into Junsun, you can take this first, huh?
Yep.
If Conte comes to the thing, is he a good choice for us?
Well, if you look at it, Conte on the plus point, let's look at the pros and cons. The pros is that Conte is a proven winner. If you look at it, all the teams that he went to and managed, I mean, a lot of people say he's a stopgap, coach, and this a lot short term and so on. But if you look at all the teams that he managed, the Juventus team, you look after that, he went to Chelsea. Look at Italy. You look at what I call Inter Milan.
The
He,
national team.
yeah. So the thing is, although he is there not for a long time, but I mean he was there for quite a while in Juventus until Italy, the national team poached him away. But if you look at it, that Juventus team had a very strong foundation. He have already established a strong foundation before he left the team. And if you look at the Italian team, he managed to reach the quarterfinals with that group of players. When everyone was looking at it, they're like, sure, these are not stars at all compared to the recent ones. And yet he managed to squeeze out a result from them. And then if you look at the Inter Milan team, or I mean, let's start with Chelsea first. If you look at Chelsea, he switched the gameplay, and immediately he delivered results. And after that, when he left, the coaches after the managers after him, they already have a kind of like a solid foundation of players already. And then with Inter Milan, that one went to shit lah. But the thing is, you look at the players that he brought in, there's a certain identity. Although it's a stopgap solution, but there is a certain identity. And you look at the Inter Milan team to this season, they look a little bit more solid compared to what they are before this. So that is the pro. Okay, he is a master tactician. He's a master motivator. He's a drill sergeant. Some people say that he's a bit psycho. He demands like crazy things. That's what a lot of people say about Ferguson as well. Okay, that's what a lot of people say about Mourinho as well. So now talking about Mourinho, we move into the cons. And if you look at Conte, is he the right fit for United? That is questionable. Depending on what United really want. If they talk about the DNA thing that they've been talking about all this while, then he may not necessarily be the right fit because defensively he's a very good coach. Tactically he's a very good coach. But if you want to talk about attacking, is he really a good coach in terms of attacking? Does he play the style that the fans want to see? So that is the cons that we are looking at it, and then whether will he go up and fight against the higher ups in the team, in the club. That's another question that everyone will start asking. And like you said, some of the directors are not very keen on him. They say that he's Mourinho 2.0. So that's the cons I feel about Conte. But it really depends on the situation now. And I think personally, I feel we may need him to come in because we need someone to whip these boys up.
Matthew, if I were to ask you, right, we know how Conte's character is, all right, and not really a long-term guy. So Junsen say he comes in and changes the team and all that. You agree with that?
Yep. If you talk about making the team moving forward, right? I think Conte is a good option. Team move forward. All right. Where for the next succession or the next people to come in after Conte, they have a more solid foundation teams. not to say what Ole has already bring in all the right players into the team. It's just another few more here and there just to make it fine tune it much more better. All right. But is Ole good enough to bring us to that next level? I don't think so at the moment. But if you ask Conte to come in to bring us to the next level, yes, I can agree
Why
on
is
that.
Oli not good enough?
Look at the result currently right now. It doesn't reflect. All right. Last year, we have done so well. Ole has been doing so well. Then suddenly we have big players coming in. Sancho, we have Varane, right? We also have Ronaldo coming back, our homeboy coming back. And suddenly you see the cohesion, the team is totally different. Is Ole holding up the dressing room, the teams, the players, and everything? In this few matches, I can't see anything. He just sit down there, just look at the players, just talk, just tell the player, pull aside a player. Instead of shouting, he just talk to them, right? Hey, you should like this, you should like this. And just I can't see anything. Then doesn't have much changes throughout the game. So we need someone to bring us forward. At the moment, I don't see Ole able to really bring us to that next level. For him to bring the right players, the DNA player, yes, he's done a good job on this. He's bringing the young players, he's bringing players that hungry and everything. But now it's what's winning mentality, bringing the winning mentality to the team. So the team is there. The winning mentality is there. So
That's why you should be telling me like, hey, cousin Roy, this is not X-Men, okay? What the hell you talking about DNA for? Huh? Ain't gonna be no DNA transplant up in this place, man. Shit. But Sashi, what do you think, bro? Conte coming in and all
Okay.
that.
So Johnson is talking about the DNA and stuff like that, right? So what I think is that we have to, I mean, to move forward, we have to forego whatever we think as the DNA. You know, I think we're still stuck with the Ferguson's era, and we need to let go of that era already. There's no more style of that. I mean, bringing in young players, the youth, and all those. If you see, the only youth player to rise up the ranks right now is only Greenwood. No one else. No youngsters are coming in. In fact, there are more youngsters in the Liverpool squad, which is weird to see, than our match day squad. Normally there will be one or two youngsters who will at least make it because we are comfortably leading, or we are at least 2-1 up, and then these players will come and show that they can do something. They had the faith in the youth system, but I think with Ole, the only youth system player that is brought into the whole team is only Greenwood, and he's
You don't consider Rashford and
Rashford has
Tommy
already
Boy. Tom,
Rashford was already in the team even before Ole came. Rashford was already there. Rashford was
yeah,
already there.
Van Hal
Yeah,
was the man for that,
yeah.
yeah.
When I brought him,
And Lingard.
yeah, and Lingard.
Jesse's girl. No, go
Lingard. So he brought in all these players. Ole didn't actually what you could promote any youngsters much, if you look at it. So now going on to the question, if Conte is a good choice for us, I would say yes. But then again, would the higher officials in United be happy with having someone as demanding as Conte? I think they want someone. There's even rumors of bringing in Brendan Rodgers. I'm like, what the hell? Who have
yeah,
Brendan Rodgers? You mad
yeah,
or what?
yeah. I got some people saying he's a great choice.
What the hell? Seriously,
I don't know.
they just need a
Hard for
yes
me to.
man. They need a yes man. There's this. I follow Mark Goldbridge, and he's saying that they might even consider bringing in people like the current England manager Southgate, because he's something like Ole, a yes man. That's it. Brendan Rodgers is a yes man. They don't look like they could motivate. They could shout at players. Nothing.
I mean, Southgate as a caretaker or as a full time?
I don't know. I mean, not no rumors about that, but they would prefer someone like that who's very docile, who's very,
Ah.
yeah, something like that. Because
Then
now
why did they hire Mourinho then before this?
you see what happened. They realized that he wants more control of the team, and like they couldn't take that. And the players were also, they need a whipping. The players need a whipping, definitely, for sure. See, when Ole came
Yes,
in,
yeah.
yeah, when the thing is, Mourinho has already brought in a bunch of players. He stabilized, what Johnson said was to stabilize the ship. Mourinho brought in a bunch of players. He stabilized. Ole came in. It was a flurry. Players started playing more with freedom, attacking freedom, as compared to when with Mourinho's time. It was more rigid. So now they play more, what do you call this, freedom. But now I think there's too much of freedom. At the same time, we have players who are being in match day who are barely fit. Like the other day, I think our captain was not fit. I don't want him to be our captain in the first place, Maguire. That's another thing. But I don't think he's fit to be playing the other day. We have Eric Bailly coming and questioning why is he not being chosen. He is working his ass off, but why is he not being picked instead?
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that right after this. So you don't feel do you want to see Conte
Yes,
at
yes.
now? So if they do it tomorrow, you'll be happy with it.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be happy because we need someone to whip this voice. We need a stopgap. I mean, if I ideally I'll prefer someone like Ten Hag, but then look at Ten Hag. He's in Ajax. Ajax Dutch league is not one of the top leagues in Europe. It's like a two or three team which dominates, and they have. I mean, they're not up to par even with the French league. I think so. It would
Yeah.
take some time for Ten Hag to come to Premier League. It will be a shock for his system if he comes to Premier League. It's a very demanding league. So someone like Conte would be a better person to take his job right now, I feel.
Yeah, plus
I
he
heard
has
someone
experience
give
as well, right? He has
yeah.
experience in the Premier League and winning the Premier League as well.
He won the Premier
Yeah,
League. Yeah.
I have someone give this example. They're saying the players at the club at Manchester United now are of the highest caliber, but the managers and the coaches are not. Because if you look at where Oli has gone and had success, it's nowhere. It's places that are insignificant. Whereas if you compare the success that, well, Pogba, De Gea, Ronaldo, Bruno, a little bit, Rashford, quite a little bit of success international level. Ronaldo worldwide,
Cavani,
Varane worldwide, Pogba worldwide, De Gea
Cavani,
international.
mhm.
Sorry, Cavani.
Cavani.
Yeah, sorry,
Mhm,
forgot about Cavani. My bad. Yeah, thanks. So
mhm.
you got these guys who have of the highest caliber, but a manager who played for Manchester United as a player and coached in nowhere. So it was a good conversation saying that these players need a manager of that level. Okay, fine. They're talking looking at stats and things on number. Now I'm talking about like the how our club was built and how our club was made. We were always built on having time. Alex Ferguson had 6 years, correct? Won the thing, won the FA Cup, and kept his job. Oli has been here since 2018, contract 2019. So basically 2 years now into the third year. So should he be given more time based on what I just said now?
Well, okay, let me start first. If you look at, I mean, if you ask me this question, he had 3 years to build what he's building. It looks like the team has regressed this season. I mean, we hit the peak of going to second place last season, and it looks like the team is going places. You can give 101 excuses. I think the last show I said the same thing. If you're a good coach, you come in, you are able to get the best out of the players, or get the best out of whatever resources that you have. One very good example, again, you look at Thomas Tuchel. He came in halfway through the season. He took over from Lampard, and he turned them into Champions League winners in just like lesser than a season and half a season.
Junsen, I got to argue that Ronaldo, blah, Oli did not get all the players he wanted right throughout those years. It was kind of like only this year only he finally got all his players, but
Mhm.
the rumors were he didn't want Ronaldo. So is it fair to judge him that way?
I mean, as a coach, I
Matthew and
mean,
Shashi, y'all can jump in anytime, by the way. This
Yeah,
one all
yeah.
bantai only, bro, here.
No
Yeah,
yeah.
worry,
we
no
all
worry.
ain't no pandit, bro. Macam Matthew, macam if you want to jump in, jump in. You think Junson talking crap? I'm talking crap, just jumping whack only.
Shoot me,
Okay, go
man,
ahead.
shoot me.
Okay, go ahead, Junson. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so the thing is, as a good coach, I mean, whichever players that comes in, you have to look at your resources. I mean, not just in
So
football
all
only. I
this
mean,
while he got us to second place, bro. Think about it. He
correct.
got us
That's the
all the way
thing.
second place with whatever
Mhm.
players we had. Then now finally, when you got like three superstars and all that, he doesn't seem to be able to fit it. So is it fair for us to judge him like this?
I mean,
That's why I'm
there's.
sorry.
I mean, you are sitting at the hot seat at Manchester United, and not like Watford or anything. You are sitting at that seat, and the fans will definitely demand results. As much as we want to say, like, oh, Ferguson got 5 years and so on. That is like how many years ago? The league wasn't that tough. Now the league is demanding. We have so many top teams, performing, and um everyone is worried. I mean, including me. I'm worried that we'll lose out. We look like we are ancient now already compared to the other teams, like Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. So he really have to either buck up, or he may just have to leave.
Shashi, what
Yeah,
do you think, Matthew? Go ahead.
yeah. Looking at the current modern days football right now, no longer able to give you time. Seriously, Ole has been giving, based on what modern football right now, fans are saying Ole was given enough time. And last year they hit second place. This year, the fans are actually expecting us, okay, to be really fighting for the number one spot. Yet, look at where we are right now. And last week result was really like a knife in the body lah, into the heart lah. To all the fans,
Shashi?
it's like,
Man, last week was 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 bad. Like, probably my worst time as a United fan all these years. The 5-0
Yeah, but this should be,
pumpkin.
but with only taking us to second place last season and
Yeah.
then
So
getting all this players, do we still think that we should get rid of him?
look, the thing is, week in week out, he's doing that same mistake again of putting that even last season. Let me tell you why we got second place. Is because Liverpool were doing bad, Chelsea were in a turmoil. They were sacking,
Good point.
and City actually won the league with the lowest point tally after only Leicester's league win. That was the only time that Leicester won with the most lowest point to win the title. They had the lowest point to win the title, and the next was City team of last year, and we were second place to that team, right? Because everyone was doing badly, and we were. Ole was stable, and like he was given enough players to do, and Bruno came in and shaked up the whole team, and that was a huge factor as well. So the other thing is, now with these many players, why are you still putting? For me, the question is, why are you still like putting in McFred there, protecting the back four? We have Varane. We have we have one of the best world class centre backs pairing with what do you call this, Maguire. And the thing is, I think the problem is like what Junsen said is, he is choosing players. Are we choosing players based on their value and not their performance? Is that the issue? Because you are in the hot seat right now in United, and you have to make decisions where you drop players. He has been dropping Pogba. Why don't you drop Maguire if he's not performing very well? Even though he's a captain, you need to show who's in charge. If you want to keep on putting the two players in front of your centre backs, Fred and McTominay, how can
So,
the whole world see the problem and no one, only Ole is not able to see the problem there? No one is, there's no progression between midfield and forward. There's a huge gap between moving the ball
so
forward.
apparently now, I mean, let me cut you in right there. We're getting a bit heavy into the tactics. So now it seems that the club came out and put out a statement saying that Ronaldo is holding the dressing room down, and because if there are anybody who's not happy with Oli, homeboy is holding the fort down. I just gotta say, I think this is a lot of
This is
bullshit. All
bullshit,
right,
man.
because this is a club statement that is done by the club media, which is trying to, in my opinion, trying to do a little bit of crisis management.
Media spin.
It, yeah, it would be remiss to think that the dressing room was okay. It was probably sad. I think the only any self-respect person who had self-respect for his profession and his job would have to go into a dressing room and tap Pogba a new one, because for him to come on and be so lazy like that with his, just because you don't want to be on the pitch, you're 5-0 down, you don't want to be shamed, everyone looking at you, you're embarrassed, you go and get a red card and walk off. I say, let the clown go, man. I'm done with this shit. Right now, with the club having so much crisis, losing 4-2, 5-0, 9 goals in 2 games, we scored only two. How about 3 wins in 9? Whatever the heck it is, it's crap. This asshole is holding the club ransom and not wanting to sign a contract so
Not for
everyone
the
can
first
put
time.
this thing to rest and say, hey, all this is now put to rest. I'm here for the long term. Ronaldo is here, Sancho is here, Varane is here. We got a good backup team. We got Martial, Lingard, all in Lingard in form. so I'm here to stay. No, still none. So that's why I'm thinking, I'm trying to move past this fella already. I'm going to show you my lineup at the end. I have it all set up. I got no place for him. Let him go. Sell him in January. Get whatever money, even if it's 10 million. Sell him. Just get rid of him. Use one of these other guys. And
Agreed, agreed.
Ronaldo holding the dressing room in just because Oli lost the plot is he doesn't have any right now to say anything. His performance was shit. He wanted to kick that boy who fell on top of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ball,
yeah.
showing petulance. Bro, you're 36. I know you want to win. I know you're a five-time Balloon d'Or winner. If you forget about this season, you ain't going to win shit. But the level of petulance, walking down the thing, frustrated, male, all this shit. We need all this now.
Yep.
For a top leader or whatever that he's supposed to be, we don't need these now, dude. You want like maybe like a Roy Keane to maybe get in your face, but your performance is so bad you cannot beat that Roy Keane. So whose voice is it? Like the biggest guy who's lost in this is Bruno, because this was his club. This is Bruno Fernandes' club. And then Ronaldo came and he has the respect because he's his fellow Portuguese. He said, no, give this guy respect. This fellow is the world's best player. When he was here at Manchester United, broke records, won the Champions League. I haven't won shit yet. But he's the biggest loser now because now, with this huge ego there, he can't have his say. In the locker room, I don't know who's talking. Probably five fellas talking. Not one fella like Bruno last time. Captaincy doesn't matter. He can give to the fridge. So, it's all Burchalaru already.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows
Again,
what's happening.
again, that's because of a weak manager. Ferguson had crazy guys in the room. Huh? He had Cantona, he had Keane, he had
Schmeichel.
Pallister, Schmeichel. That was the crazy gang. Can you imagine letting everyone go ahead of you? It'll be chaos. At the end of the day, Ferguson, a fantastic man management guru, he showed who was in charge. Now
Yeah,
that's lacking in Ole. That's the only thing lacking in Ole. He hasn't
Yeah,
yeah.
shown.
the softness has come into question a lot. We,
Yes.
we spoke about it in our previous shows too.
Mm-hmm.
That we want him to
Ferguson,
get in their face.
yeah.
And,
Fergu-
we want him. Matthew, go ahead, bro.
Ferguson always say, no one is bigger than the club. No one. But now I'm looking at the players. Now I'm thinking that they are bigger than the club. Their own.
Several, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Holding
damaging.
them.
Holding the club. Uh,
I think that's the reason why Ferguson let Pogba go in the first place.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, yes.
his
A
his,
divisive,
his manager is the problem. His
divisive
agent.
figure.
His agent is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Divisive
too. He
figure.
held out for more money also last time, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually, I think Pogba should just leave. Like, he has held his club ransom more than once already.
Yeah.
and not to forgotten, he's the highest paid players in the club right now, and
Mhm.
he's demanding to be continuing to be the highest pay.
Even higher.
Yeah. 400 to 450 a week is what I heard. Pounds.
Madness,
400,
madness,
450,000 pounds a week.
madness.
So, this,
But- And
here's the thing,
and with that
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, sorry.
and with that kind of performance, if I'm the manager, I ain't not gonna give him
Yeah.
seriously.
No, straight up. No
Why
way for
would-
me. I wouldn't give him 10 cents.
Not to forget Lingard sharing the same agent, and Lingard's contract also is coming. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh
I think he's leaving. I think Lingard is leaving. That's for sure.
Yeah, Lingard wants more money, and first team is going to be
yeah.
difficult. It's going to be
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah,
Again,
actually,
again, when you have players who are demanding so much, and the manager is not someone who's like saying "shut the fuck," like whatever, and like this is what it's going to be. I'm in charge, and this is what I decide. Then everyone's going to be like, I want this, I want that. Like a bunch of kids who are not, like not disciplined, lah. That's it. And these players need a whipping. And Mourinho was the man who was whipping them, and they couldn't take it. What the board did, the board said, "Oh, this guy's too strong of a figure. We'll sack him as well." That's the other thing.
And
Yeah,
you know what?
and-
What shocked me? 2 days before they sold what's that boy's name? Daniel James. 2 days before they sold Daniel James, they played him. I was like, wait, you sold a guy to leave, but 2 days ago you played him in the match. Is he not having any control there in the club? What's the hell going on? It's very weird. No one would play a player is going to leave the club. What the fish, man?
The whole hierarchy I feel is quite a mess actually if you look at it.
Messy.
Yeah, it's
It's
messy
very.
because the thing is, again, I mean, I was reading one article. They were saying that how weak the coaching team is, and I was watching one of the podcasts as well. They were saying that okay, fine, you want to manage a team of world class players. Number one, look at the coaching team. We have Carrick. Yes, he's a good player. Same like Oli. He's a good player. He's a legend at the club. Blah blah blah. But this is his first job, as a coach. Then you have Kieran McKenna, who was promoted from the under 23. Then you have your set piece coach, which I can't remember what's his name. He's only, I think he's like what in his late 20s. Then you have Mike Phelan, and they were asking, what is Mike Phelan's role in this whole thing? What is he doing? What is his role? They say, oh yeah, he is actually Ferguson's right hand man. Yeah, he's Ferguson's right hand man. But again, right now, what is his role in this whole setup? And what does he bring to this whole setup? And they say in this current coaching team, they need someone who is experienced enough and someone who have done it a little bit and tell them, hey guys, you're doing shit. Listen to me. I've done this before. Let's do it this way. He's like, when Ferguson last time he had Carlos Queiroz. Carlos Queiroz has been there, done that, and he's written that what's that report that was used by quite a lot of other countries for football development and all these things. He's a proven football person, you see, and Ferguson headhunted him and get him to come and join so that he can actually develop and evolve from his gameplay. So again, I think I said this last show. I'm going to say this again. Oli really need to get someone to come in
His
to
coaching
help.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
They
like
need
how
Knowledge
someone.
from
yeah,
outside.
Yeah.
just like I think it was Liverpool. I can't remember which manager was it. They got Steve Clark to come in, and immediately their defense tightened up. So you see,
Oh, this was the Sami Hipia moment time, I think. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
it
yeah,
was it,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
got Steve Clark to come in as a assistant manager, and he is known to be a very good defensive coach. And he
Yes,
came in,
yes.
he tightened up the entire defense of Liverpool. Okay, again, Liverpool fans are gloating now, like, "Wow, no, we are the best, everything, blah blah blah." But they were shit back then as well. Okay, so I mean, agree or not? They were shit for 30 years. Yeah, they won the
Growing
European Cup,
up
and
supporting
yeah,
United, Liverpool were not even considered to be,
yeah,
bantering
correct.
rights, we always win it lah.
So the thing
Only
is,
when Benitez was there, and he second
yeah,
place. Yeah.
correct. When I mean, but they were chances for them to win the title. Then they screwed it up, like how Gerrard screwed up and slip and fall.
Yeah.
Don't sleep out. Don't say he sleep. Okay, okay,
Best
enough.
one.
That's the
Okay,
best lah.
yeah. So the thing
Best.
is, I don't want to be like a bloody Liverpool fan of trying to leave back the glory years.
Glory days,
Next year
yeah.
we win. Next year we
Yeah.
win. Next year we win. No, the thing is, we have the rights to actually comment on our team, okay, and condemn our team if they're playing bad. So coming back to this, Oli need to get someone to help him in terms of defensive. So Steve Bruce is available. Maybe you can get him to come in to help. Sit in. Recently, the Walter Smith who passed away recently. God bless him.
Mhm.
When he was available, Ferguson actually got him in for I think for half a season to become his assistant because he know that Walter Smith is a very good coach and he needed that short period of time to stabilize the ship because I think the time Carlos Queiroz left or something like that to Real Madrid and all this and he couldn't find someone to replace that gap. So he got Walter Smith to come in just for a few months in that season to help. And then after that, Walter Smith, I think, went on to what I call coach the Scotland team already after that.
Mm.
So look at it that way. I mean, if you want now, he had to parachute someone in to help him to solve
Exactly. That's
this
that's
problem.
the other thing that they were. I mean, I was watching this other podcast as well, and they were discussing how come the coaching staff, McKenna and Carrick, what is their credentials? What is Phelan's
Yeah.
credentials? You can't just say that hey, we are all buddies, so buddies are going to come and help me. Look, we don't work in a buddy system. It's results. Okay, you need to scout people who will help you
Exactly.
with your job.
This ain't no Boy Scouts.
Yep.
Okay, this ain't no
Exactly.
buddy system. You hold your hand, teach you how to light a campfire, teach you how to tie knots, bitches. Manchester United.
Yeah, bloody hell, this is a job. You've got the biggest club in the world, and you want to work with buddies. What are your buddies' credentials?
We need the best minds. What we're trying to say, we need the best minds in the club.
Yes.
the guy needs some help. He's being exposed now because he doesn't have to use world class players. He knows how to use the mediocre players, the guys, from the club 2, club 1, then made it to the top. From the youth system, played in the English system. He knows how to bring those guys up. But I think world class players all came together. It's not really sure, and the teammate guy. You guys are right. He's a teammate guy, so he seems to be getting overwhelmed a lot. So just to segue right into that, the boss came to the training ground the other day. Now, boss never went to the training ground all the way till Mourinho's time. You can go and check. He never came. Mourinho always said, "Yeah, I'm waiting for him to come down anytime. Waiting for him to come down anytime." But boss never came down. Boss came down only during Oli's time. He came down to
Yep.
visit one time, and then now the second time they're making a big significance because Ronaldo came. Obviously, he's there. But boss came down. What does this mean? Matthew, go ahead. Matthew, you quiet for a while.
Maybe he's there to really give the boys some whipping after that day, that match. Ferguson was there during the match. His face was grumpy,
saw.
man. I was like,
Let me reenact that face.
if he was sitting
I did it on the show
couch,
also, same time.
yeah,
Duck face.
if he was in Ollie's position, I tell you, second half the hair dryer blowing out like crazy. If he can, he will change the entire team and sit down the whole entire team. You ain't gonna play anymore. Until you guys are proven.
Maguire will get the boot on his head.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
So much anger. So you think what do you think the boss did there, Matthew, when he came that day? In your
He
opinion,
should-
lah.
He sure has voiced out a lot of he sure has voiced out a lot of things. He sure has voiced out a lot of things. I believe he has he does spoke with Ole what he should do. Okay, he should be
I think so,
really
huh?
to
He went to Ole
move
and
up.
told him, bro, you need to fix it. You need to sort this shit out.
your boy, Ole boy. Now you have to be a man. You have to tell those guys, be a man. No longer sitting down there, boy.
Ole boy.
Babyface assassin ain't working out no more, son. You
No,
gotta keep it real,
man.
man.
Yeah, but there were rumors that saying that he went down to the training ground because he was doing some advertisement or something like that.
Oh, really?
Some commercial or some marketing campaign or something.
Oh, so they hyped it up, lah.
So they
so
hyped
he
it up
actually
because
ain't
he
shit
went
now.
down.
No, but
I mean, there were mixed reports. Some of them say that he went down to console the players and to motivate them again. Some of them say he went down there just to exert some of his influence. There's a lot of reports. I mean, alleged reports. Every time they say, according to reports, who's the one reporting this thing? From where? Where are you getting your source from? So, we don't know. So, there are a lot of reports out there. So, but as long as there's nothing from the official camp, then it's all just
Official camp official camp is putting out there Ronaldo holding dressing room.
that's the official.
I mean,
Ronaldo. Hey guys, Ronaldo holding dressing room. You okay? Relax.
Chill, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
Mate!
It's all good.
Mike, Ronaldo's holding in dressing room. You okay? Don't worry, himself. Be cool. That's what the Manchester United think are putting out. Okay. Oh, so okay. Look, if boss went there for advertisement, I hope he did what Matthew said lah. Go and have a talk. I think.
but I want to ask you guys something. Wait. But the boss going to the training ground after a 5-0 whipping, if you had gone earlier, I think that might have showed something there. But then going there after a 5-0 loss and Ole's job on the line, I think that one shows the weakness again on the manager's side, where he needs his previous boss to come and back him up again and show players. And this again, it's going to show that the players that look, he can't even hold it.
This back the next question: How much influence Ferguson have on the team at the moment? You see, the thing is he still that hidden hand behind? I mean, I'm just throwing a question there.
Like I don't think so lah. Because I think he's a man of this one, honor or whatever. What's the word for it? No honor. I'm not saying you say he's not honorable. He's a man of principles. Not like he always say he won't interfere. But I was wondering, with those guys put the news like that, I'm reading it after a while. I was wondering whether you all thought there's any significance to it. I felt even if he went, just had a quick chat with the boys, it would have been maybe just a small pep talk. That's what I was thinking. That's why I was interested. Like Matthew said, no, it must have been major. He's saying a lot of reports saying it's an ad. And
Some
Shashi is
some
saying
of
he
them
should have
is
gone there after Leicester
motivation.
game. Probably should have gone there after the 4-2. And, maybe he went there after the 4-2. Nobody reported it.
Because
Possible.
the significance of the Liverpool game, then everything started to go haywire. Lah. The
Yeah.
last 1 week has been crazy. There's so many reports from so many people. Even I think now Wayne Rooney is chipping in on some comments as well.
Yeah. So yeah, Rooney came to Oli's defense now. So I love that. I
Mhm.
love that. I love the fact that he said like what you said, like Shashi.
Mm.
Players need to be kicked, man. You're playing like shit. There's
Mhm.
no togetherness and nobody is running back to cover. And I've learned the significance. I knew, but it's more pronounced now, seeing how the team is playing so badly with this 4-2-3-1 formation. It feels whack.
Mhm.
This is the one you're saying. Shashi was saying this now. He's playing the players not based on not based on performance or
Based on
merit, based
value.
on just reputation.
Mhm.
Mm.
Ah,
Mm. Mm.
so if like I want to see what kind of lineup would you guys like to see him play against with Spurs? Against Spurs.
Now, against Spurs, now the left side is going to be a big problem because on the left side, well, we've got their left side is a bit strong. They've got this what's the Spanish left back? I forgot his name. And then they've
LS.
got
Regulion.
Oh
Regular.
damn! Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then they've got, of course, high flying Son lah. Son, I don't know why Son is so underrated. Like he's one of the massive players in the Premier League lah. He's going to be on the left side. So that's going to be a threat. That's where the main threat is going to come from. And of course, their center is super solid. Their center is this. What's this guy's name again? Højbjerg, and the other dude. So they are holding the center.
Vincent, you can bring your lineup up and share.
Yeah, but the thing is now, what is our response to the 5-0 whipping and whatever that has happened throughout this week? Are we going to go back? If they're going to put that 4-2-3-1 with the two guys in the center again, I'm going to be like, what the hell, man? I really don't know.
Yeah. Lo Celso,
So, so, so,
Højbjerg, Skip.
You can
yeah.
share you can share the lineup and the thing.
Let
I want to
me
have a look also.
see.
Matthew, what formation you want to see him play, bro? You okay with 4-2-3-1? What do you think?
Definitely need to change. 4-2-3-1 is no longer working for us. Other teams is identifying where is our weakness is.
There you go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This was the previous lineup against Burnley. This was their lineup. Are you able to see?
I can see it's nice.
Mm.
B Gill, Gilo Celso, Bergwijn is not bad. Højbjerg, Romero, Sanchez.
So they've got their own 4-2-3-1 as well. Lah.
But they
Where
have
is
a
Sun
very.
in this?
I think
He
Son
plays
was.
at the number 18 there, lah. Okay.
Yeah, he's either number 18 or number 23, where Bergwijn is playing.
Where Bergwijn is playing.
And,
Okay,
and,
so
and this is also another Spurs team which is under fire as well. They are also under
Yeah.
pressure. Yeah.
yeah, they're not doing too well also, these guys.
Yeah.
So Matthew, if 4-2-3-1 doesn't work, Matthew, what would you like to see?
Maybe a change of 4-4-2, 4-3-3.
My man! There you go.
All right.
That's
Or
my man.
maybe it's time to really go for three center defenders since Maguire is so lembek.
That's what Vincent said.
So Tofu maybe a 3-5-2, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
or something more diamond shape or whatsoever. At least changes, no longer 4-2-3-1, which is rigid and predictable, and we always
Yeah, I
get
think that's the
wrecked.
keyword, predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're reading it too well, and they have to. It's too far for them to come down.
Yeah.
Let me show you what I got here. Okay, so this is what I want to see. Let me just move this out of the way. Give me a sec. Hang on. Just move you all to the side. Hey, hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? What's up? How y'all doing? What's happening? The show is getting fucking insane, man. Like CNN all need to be calling me ESPN shit. Now, I have been chirping about 4-4-2 for the past 78 years. I've been saying it should be done because don't worry about Pogba. Screw him. He doesn't have to play the midfield. Forget it. Bruno, we said, look, a footballer is a footballer lah. I know lah. The wingers need the speed and all that. But Beckham didn't have speed. Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
right? And Beckham didn't have speed. Ryan Giggs had, and what other right wingers we had? I mean, whatever. Like the classic example is David Beckham. He didn't have super speed, but damn man, if you
Yeah.
ask
Uh,
Dwight York how he got all those girls
Process.
with all
his
those
Oh.
goals.
process
That's
is
right.
that boss. That is
That's
his key,
right.
man.
Exactly. So Bruno, in my opinion, is a fantastic passer of the ball. So ergo, Bruno can play in here in this position where I put him here on 18 in the midfield, or he can swap with Sancho anytime. Okay. Just say if you want a midfield that we want two more defensive guys, Tommy and Matic will be my other one. Okay, lah, Fred does some work, lah, but if you don't want him, I don't want to put him here, then people won't like and subscribe my channel. So Tommy, Matic, Tommy, Bruno can play here, or Bruno play on the right. I want to start with the left because just now Sashi mentioned the left side is screwed. So the reason I put Rashford, Tommy, Teles, and Maggie on the left side was because Ronaldo doesn't drop back much.
You want to play Shaw
Rashford,
on the right side.
sorry.
You want to play Shaw on the right side.
Yes, play Sean Rasa, and I'll come to that. So Talis I like because I've said many times before. So like I like he's a guy who's crossing the ball a lot inside the box. Whenever he's on, there's a lot of crossing, a lot of attacking. When Shaw is on, there's both because now Shaw is in the form of his life, except for the small injury he's taking. That day, also the second goal against the Atlanta was his cross. The third goal was from his cross one, but we were in desperation mode, throw the balls inside, which is why I'm saying now we switch to 4-4-2. We go to crosses inside because if you play Ronaldo and Cavani, both these guys are killer in the air. They're fantastic movers around. The
But we
more
need
they
people
play,
crossing in.
sorry,
We need people crossing in.
yeah, Teles. That's why Teles. So Teles will be there. Teles is very good at crossing balls. I see Teles always trying to put balls into the goal box. So I like Teles, and Teles also falls back and defends. So with Rashford, McTominay, Teles, and Maggie. Well, I mean, I'll prefer Varane here, but Varane is injured. This will be the guys on the left. Now
No,
on the right, on the right, I put more of the attacking team because Cavani, I put his arrow here. But Cavani drops back a lot. If he needs to drop back, he'll drop back. He's good at he wants to play a lot, so he wants to see the ball a lot. So Cavani drops back a lot. Sancho is still finding his feet in the Premier League, so let him play more attacking. But I know he'll drop back and do his defensive duty, but I want him to play more forward. Cavani will drop back, so Bruno can be more in front. So Bruno can be more attacking. So here you have Lindelof and Shaw to cover the back. So that was my reasoning behind this and the reason I wanted to uh, play like this. Okay, now talk.
I just saw the team news. It's been stated that Varane is fit, recover.
Oh my god.
Great. That's great. That's great. So he'll probably be coming in place of Lindelof, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. So yeah, talk to me, man. This is the formation I want to see because guys need to put crosses into the box already. The glitchy all not working lah.
You see, one thing about the stats, right? This one stat that I found, I think like around a month ago or 2 months ago. This is a very weird fact. That there was a page which was actually asking Lindelof to play Lindelof in the position of McTominay to be put there. And I was like, what? Why would you want to put Lindelof there? But when you look at his dribble pass stats, is lesser. I'm sure that I'm very sure that you all know that the goals which come because of him is because the striker gets ahead of him. But dribbling past him, he has the lowest dribble pass rate last year apparently amongst the defenders. So they wanted there's an argument like putting why don't you pay him like a stopgap solution until you get a proper DM. Like you could put Lindelof in the DM position, and you put Varane and you put this one. You might not even have to bubble wrap it with McFred. You can put Bruno there, you can put Lindelof, and then you can put Varane and Maguire there. That's something that I think that we could see. Like you put Shaw on the right. My concern is Shaw puts in a lot of crosses from the left. In fact, he's the one who's been pushing more crosses from the left side. People like Rashford and Sancho, or before that was who was it on the left before Rashford came in, playing as Ronaldo or playing as striker for United was a graveyard shift because no one is crossing. What Greenwood does is he cuts in, he goes to the right, he cuts in all to the left, and then he shoots with his left foot. He doesn't cross into the box. Same goes to the person who's on the left. They don't put in a cross. So I hope they put in more crosses into the box. That's one thing. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yep.
Yeah, purposely made it controversial. Because yeah, I like that. No, don't agree, disagree. I
Yeah,
love because
yeah.
when for one Bisaka, I'm not really sure about the because they like Connor saw he's usually staying back because he's fast to track back what and he's good at
Actual
tackling, sliding,
tackler.
and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Very good. So last time when we used to play at the old style and all that, always the right winger will come swing at the back cross, Gary Neville, Valencia, West Brown. We don't do that much. So I'm not saying we have to do that, but I'm saying try with Sancho on the right and okay, I'm maybe not sure, but one Bissaka will definitely be playing more. This one is for Spurs game. I want to see it, which is to be crazy. Once he covers at the back, maybe build up that understanding. Maybe can. I'm hoping lah because
Mhm.
right now the like we all agree that the 3-4-2-3-1. The three guys sometimes are too far up front.
yeah.
Like the whole
There's a
center you say
disconnect.
Coastal.
Yeah, yeah. There's no connection. And also the other thing is, I would like to see how Van de Beek could fit in. I mean, the treatment of Van de Beek is horrible. The way Ole has treated Van de Beek, putting him out of the team. He came in to play for the West Ham game in the Carabao Cup, and he played pretty good, even though we lost. But after that, gone, nothing. Don't tell me like there's no chance you want to ever put him in even in one game. Now even his position is up for debate. Like which position does he play? For Ajax, he
Yeah.
plays Bruno's position, or he could play the regista, which is like what you put Bruno as in right now, where he could
Mm,
run into the box and then come back down again. Why don't you
mm.
experiment with that and try? Why do you just banish
Keep
him?
going with the same thing and same
Yeah,
thing and same
exactly,
thing again.
I
exactly.
kind of
Yeah.
feel that Ole treating Donny as the replacement of Bruno.
Like the
Whenever you
ugly
can see,
stepchild.
yeah. So if Bruno is playing is there, Donny is no doesn't have the chance. The only way he have chance is when Ole tends to rest Bruno. That's it. Because
No,
So
but
if Pogba leaves.
yeah, but if you notice,
uh,
like even the last few games he took Bruno out, he didn't put Donny in.
Mm.
Put
He put
Lingard.
he put in Lingard, he put in Fred.
Pulling guy. Mm.
Yeah.
You know,
And that
so
was one of the master substitutions where Lingard came and did a back pass and the young boy scored. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
and
Yeah, yeah, man, yeah.
I mean, coming back again to Lingard, there was also a lot of people were saying why since he wants to play that pressing game against Liverpool, why didn't he bring in Lingard? Why didn't he
yeah,
bring in Cavani earlier? Because you see, they said Cavani and Lingard, they are known to be very hardworking players up front, and
Yeah.
they can pressure the
And pressure.
defense.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that? There's a lot of questions. That's why there's a lot of questions people are asking. I mean, his judgment on a lot of things is questionable. I mean, again, I would want to see Oli do well. I honestly I want to, but I'm swinging towards the other way already now, man. You know,
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, no matter what
yeah,
happens, I'll never forget him for '99, lah. That's for
yeah.
sure. I mean, he's a legend, lah. I've got a jersey signed by him, and I have it in my cupboard. I have that all. I
I
mean,
love it. Love
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I put it on I put it on our website also. I mean, how because all of us, if he does lose his job eventually, we thank him for his services,
Yes,
and then we remember his legacy.
Mhm.
Well, that's
yeah,
what we should do. Now,
yes.
but so on that note, before I end, I always like to ask for prediction just to make it a bit of fun. Now, no need to go very elaborate into the whole whatever explanation your prediction because we know everyone who's watching the show will know we want to win. All right, but realistically, tomorrow, Matthew, what do you think the score will be?
draw. 1-1 or 2-2.
All right, Junsen,
I'm saying that they will bounce back. Um, I would say 3-2.
Manchester, Shashi,
Yeah, I'm going with Johnson, lah. I think there will be a short, sudden, like that. Want to be a slight jolt there, so they might we need 3-2 now.
you do. Okay, I was leaning more towards sorry, excuse me, burping. I was leaning more towards 1-1. Yeah. And then last week against Liverpool, I said it would be a 1-0 loss. But in the previous show, I said it was 3-0 in the first half. It might be. So I'm going to follow my heart. Hey, wait, this game is away or home? Huh? Sorry, I forgot it's late.
Let's see, yeah.
It's away, right, guys? Shit, I forgot.
Yeah, it's a away game for us.
It's away, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but I think yeah, it's a away game, but I think we can score. I'm gonna go with 2-1. Matthew, did you say 2-1 just now? You
I
said
think
draw
1-1.
1-1 or 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got draw, we got 3-2, two of you, and I say 2-1. Okay, fantastic. Hey guys,
Hmm.
great. This has been absolutely brilliant today. We have more people to talk to, more opinions. We got a lineup finally. Yay! Thank God, man. At least can show something, and I can say I've been pushing for 4-4-2, and today you have others pushing for 4-4-2. So, guys, if anybody watches this and you stay tuned to this point, thank you very much for joining. Remember to like and subscribe to Talking Manchester on YouTube and on Facebook. My guests, Matthew, Sashi, Junson, thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you guys. See ya.